Good morning, traders. Today is Tuesday, December 6th, 8:05 a.m., about 25 minutes before opening bell. And what if I told you the market is trying to trick you into thinking we're going to crash as per yesterday's 65% Fibonacci pullback, right? Retracement. What I'm going to show you today is what history tells you is the truth, right? One of us is lying, either the markets or me, right? But let's let history tell you the truth. I'm going to get into some patterns that I presented over the weekend, and then I'm going to show you some charts, and then I'm going to show you a bombshell observation at the end. So let's look at what you're looking at right now on the screen. Remember, over the weekend, I covered the concept of this is NASDAQ right here, and that's S&P 500 futures, right? Left and right, NASDAQ and S&P. This is the 1 hour chart. Remember, I said it's bullish if it's still greater than negative 60. We got down to negative 50 yesterday, but now look what's happening again, okay? It's going back up. This is the hourly chart. Bullish if it's greater than negative 20. It got down to negative 18 yesterday, but look what's happening again. It's coming back up, okay? And we're going to look at some other examples in a minute, but let's, here we go. Now, S&P 500, this is what I just showed you. Over the weekend, this is just an example. Bullish above negative 20. For NASDAQ 1 hour, bullish above negative 60. That's what you just saw a moment ago. And it was this presentation over the weekend, Red Carpet Rally, so please check that out. But what I'm going to show you is just some snippets from that, and that is right here. Okay, remember the 1 hour chart? This is the 1 hour chart for S&P 500. This is the June. Remember that? This is the June ascending side. And remember the ascending best fit line, negative 20. What happened? Right there. See that? Negative 20 that I just mentioned. Boom, boom, boom. It stayed above it or kissed it. It stayed above it for the most part, right? And let's fast forward to today. This is the ascending side since October 13th. With the exception of the J. Powell mic drop, we stayed above it. Okay? We stayed above it. And as you just saw on the very first splash screen, we went down to negative 18. So about here, right around here or so. Right around here, and then we're going back up. Okay? So, all right. Now let's look at NASDAQ futures 1 hour. This is June through August. Negative 60 was the best fit line, right? Ascending side. See that? It pretty much honored it. Except for on the descending side. That doesn't count. I'm talking about only the ascending side, which is what we're on right now. And this is October 13th until today. Negative 60. See that? Okay. And notice on the splash screen, we did not get down to negative 60. Okay. Now, let's get into some real-time charts, shall we? Okay. All right, here we go. We are looking at the real-time charts right now. And I want to call your attention to, the 5 minutes chart is pretty much been up and down, choppy on the EMA 50 line. So it's jockeying for position. But when we look over at the 30 minutes chart, this is what it's been doing overnight. Look at the MACD right here. Look at the MACD. See, it's going back up, heading to the zero line. Look at the 65 minute chart. See that? It's curling back up. It's curling back up. It wants to get back to the zero line. Okay? So, what you could expect to happen, I think the markets are going to make a lot of headway today because it's got to try to come back up. And it is right now. The MACD is coming back up, trying to get to the zero line, right? So you can expect the MACD to come up and then probably take a slight dip, and then it's going to be in position to really rocket, take you on a rocket ride. Now, let's look over at the VIX right here. Okay, this is the VIX 65 minute chart actually. Here, let me, we'll start with the 65 minute. That's fine. Okay, see that? It's just now starting to straddle its EMA 50 line. That's not good. Okay. Overnight, as you see right here. Oh yeah, let's. Okay, that's good enough. overnight, here, hold on. Let me switch over to the 2-day, just so you can see a little bit more. It just looks easier to view. Do that. Come on, and then let's expand just a little bit, so you can see the it was a big gap up down here, So VIX is now essentially back testing that it tried to surge on yesterday, but he got a huge sell. See that? Look at that. That was yesterday afternoon. That's what I mean when I say something's not right here. Why, if the VIX was so strong, if it was so strong, why would you have such a huge red candle down yesterday at the end of the day? If you were that strong, right? If you were gaining strength, and the market's really going to start getting ready for a crash or sell off, you're not going to have a big red candle like that, guys. You're just not. And then, on the this is a 65-minute hourly chart. Now you're coming up, and now you're back testing, and you're look at that. Look at the wick. Look at the selling pressure down. Selling pressure down. Selling pressure down overnight. Selling pressure. So that's not suggestive of buying pressure for the VIX, meaning people are selling. It's suggestive of, no, we're not going to let VIX top out. We're not going to let VIX keep going. See that? So, as you see right there, look at that candle. It's hugging the EMA 50 line on the 65-minute chart. 130-minute chart. Look at that. Okay, so VIX tried, this is yesterday. 130 minutes. 2 hours chart. And big selling pressure down. I said, nope, you're not going to do it. Okay, so it's been in this range right there under the EMA 50 on the 130 minutes chart. Okay, let's look at this is 240. It's down here, 240 minutes. 4 hours. 4 hours chart. Okay, so it's well below. It's basically in the range of its EMA 50 and SMA 20, but it is right. It's gapped up, come up, and it's flattening out. Now, I want to show you something. Okay, yeah, this is the 5-minute chart. Just kind of going backwards now. 5-minute chart. See that? That's not strength, guys. Look at that. Down. Oh, now it's up. Oh, now it's failed the back test. Now it's up. Failed the back test. Oh, now it's actually under its EMA right now, as we speak, right now, real time, as of right now, 9:13 a.m. Eastern time. It's under the EMA 50. See that? It's like, that's not strength, guys. That's not strength. That's not building strength. Okay? So, one final thing I'm going to show you. Okay, this is the VIX 240 chart. Here's the gap up yesterday, right? Gap up. And if you guys have been viewing my videos, what do you see? Green, red, green, red. That means a big move's coming. And since you're on the upside here, this is the green, red on the topping. That next big move is going to be down. I think it's going to try to fill this gap that it left. That's what I talked about yesterday. I'm like, yee, when are you going to fill that gap? When are you going to fill that gap? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? That I cannot say exactly. But I think it's coming. That's what I said. A couple more days of chop. And then I think by Friday, at the latest, we're going to go on a rocket ride, guys. VIX is going to plummet. It may, I think by then, VIX is going to be below 19. It's going to be 18 something. 18 is some change. I don't know. That I cannot predict. Okay? So, all of these signs, and let's see, the 240, this is the 240 minute. See, VIX is starting to flatten out. It's still below the zero line. It's still below the zero line. VIX is flattening out on the MACD, on the 240 chart, below the zero line. Unlike, look at this, unlike this example here, where it was flattening out, but it was still coming up and almost got to the positive. It actually kissed the positive line for just one fleeting moment, but then collapsed. Okay? So, and it collapsed, as we saw right here. Red, green, kind of, and then boom. That's what I mean. Red, green, again. It's going down, guys. Anytime VIX gaps up, you got to be asking yourself, all right, when are you going to come back down and fill that gap? Just like this. Gap up, 1, 2, third day, boom, you filled it. See what I mean? So gap up, sideways chop, down. Gap up, get some sideways chop, down. Okay? Basically, this is the market's way of buying time. It's kind of cheating in a way. It is cheating. It's not kind of. It's how the markets prevent the VIX from falling too far too fast. Gaps up, sideways chop. See, now you've gained 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days. You almost gained a week. Okay, so, all right, let's put this in perspective. You gained a week's worth of fall where you started here at, what was this? Well, let's just say, what was the close? 2050. Okay, yeah, 2050 right here. 2050. And then by the end of the week, you ended at 2058. Oh, you gained a week of time because you gapped up, went sideways, and fell down. But you just got a week of essentially no falling. Oh, look, see, I'm not falling down. See what I mean? That's how the market's cheating. That's why I said last night, I said, VIX, I think you're bluffing. You're bluffing again. Because the intraday patterns on the 5-minute, it's like, you don't look strong to me. This doesn't look strong. It just doesn't look strong. And so there are just clues, and as I just showed you, the MACD charts, remember that, the negative 20 on SPY, for example, and the MACD is still bullish. Yeah, it's still bullish. It didn't get to negative 20, right? So, okay, guys, that is all I've got for you guys today. So just hang in there. A couple more days. I think a couple more days of chop, right? I think let me show you as I showed you on the splash screen there. I think we're gonna have a couple more days of this action, and then it's coming. Then there's gonna be a rocket ride. A rocket ride's coming, because remember, it only got down to negative. Actually, technically, it was like negative 48. I looked specifically on Nasdaq. It got down to negative 48. It's still bullish if it's greater than negative 60. S&P 500 futures, it got down to negative 18-ish, maybe even negative 17. It's still bullish if it's negative 20, as I just showed you on the previous historical charts, June through August, and then October 13th through today. Still bullish, guys. I know yesterday was kind of rough. I was like, jeez. I even showed you my tweet. I said, ooh, that was deeper than anticipated. But I think that's just the market's trying to trick you again. It's trying to trick you. How many times this year, for example, have you seen, man, that's a deep pullback. Oh, we're going to crash. It's over. That's it. The jig is up. Remember October 13th, guys? Down negative 500 points. And then rocket ride back up. Smashed the bears. Remember on last Friday, it was down negative 500 points. Came back up. Remember that? So, but yet all the while, the data on the MACD says, well, hold your horses, guys. We're not into bearish range yet, right? We're not into the bearish range down here. We're not there yet. So you can't yet. Now you start dropping below negative 20 on SPY, and negative 60 on QQQ, Nasdaq, or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to start having a conversation with y'all. Okay, we need to start talking about a retreat plan. What's the hiding room? What, I can't remember, in your basement. Okay, so that's all I've got, guys. Good luck trading today. Just expect some chop. Okay, kind of choppy, but that's the market's gaining strength again on the MACD. It's just trying to gain strength to just explode again. That's all it's doing. All right. Talk to you soon.